From the sunny and warm Detroit Shipping Company studio of Podcast Detroit, this is your Daily Detroit for April 8th, 2019. I'm Sven Gustafson.
And I'm Jer Stays. Welcome back from the weekend. Let's get into what to know and where to go around Metro Detroit after this. Today's episode is brought to you in part by Milo Digital. Milo Digital is a full-service digital marketing agency that engineers quality results through data and innovative strategies. Learn more at milodetroit.com.
Remember earlier this year when Consumers Energy issued an emergency alert asking everyone to dial back their thermostats during a dangerous cold snap? Well, the utility has submitted a report to state regulators explaining what caused the explosion and fire at a natural gas facility in Macomb County that prompted that alert. In its report to the Michigan Public Service Commission, Consumers said it identified 3 factors behind the explosion and fire on January 30th. It said the fire began when a routine safety venting process meant to release a plume of natural gas became hazardous because of cold air and when high winds pushed the plume over a hot exhaust area that ignited the gas-air mixture. The utility says its 2-month investigation into the incident was confirmed by an outside consultant. The Michigan Public Service Commission is also conducting its own analysis into the cause. Consumers says it plans to implement new procedures across its natural gas operations to help avoid similar failures. The Ray Township Storage and Compression Facility handled nearly 2/3 of the natural gas capacity for Consumers Energy.
Police in Detroit say a patient who grew combative after being picked up for what was believed to be a drug overdose ended up trying to steal the ambulance. The incident began Sunday night near 7 Mile and Greenfield on Detroit's northwest side. EMS workers found the 25-year-old man unresponsive and placed him in the ambulance. But during transport to the hospital, the man woke up, was disoriented, and became unruly. The driver stopped the ambulance to help his partner, but both eventually exited the ambulance because the man was combative. That's when he hopped in behind the wheel and drove off. Police eventually stopped the ambulance a couple miles away, took the man into custody, and brought him into the hospital.
It should be a Florida man story, really.
I am terrified to do that same thing where you would Google Florida man and your birthday. I wonder if the same thing would work if you did like Michigan man and your birthday.
Looking for a summer job? The City of Detroit Parks and Recreation Division is hiring for 200 seasonal positions. The city is hiring play leaders, locker room attendants, and lifeguards. Applicants must be at least 18 years of age and should bring an updated resume. The city will conduct on-site interviews. Applicants should wear proper attire for their interviews, meaning no jeans, sweats, sweatshirts, t-shirts, or gym shoes. There will be job fairs over the next 2 weeks at 4 of the city's recreation centers, but you need to apply online before you go. For additional information, call 313-224-4419. We'll also link to the application site and all the locations of the job interviews on dailydetroit.com.
There are few things better than flying a kite on a weekend afternoon. What's turned into an annual event, the Detroit Kite Festival, allows you to do just that with a bunch of new friends in one of Detroit's more magical settings. The free event will be held this year on Belle Isle on Sunday, July 14th at the Cricket Fields. That's near the historic Belle Isle Casino. It'll run from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. that Sunday. Previous years have brought out more than 5,000 people to the festival, according to organizers. Another important part about this event is that it's very inclusive. Thanks to a partnership with the Detroit Institute of Arts, not having a kite isn't a problem. More than 1,000 kites have been given away, and their kite cart is stocked on the day of the festival so people can try out different ones. We'll have more details in a story up on dailydetroit.com, including information on a crowdfunding campaign. Nepalese Food is coming to Midtown Detroit. Momo Cha's is a new dumpling stand set to open up right here in the Detroit Shipping Company food court. It aims to open this May. And apologies before we get too deep into this if I mispronounce something. It's not intentional. We're told that Chef Anjani Lama has 25 years of experience cooking Nepalese and Indian food. The spice blend on these will be South Asian, so think ginger garlic, cilantro, cumin, turmeric, and masala blends. You'll get your choice of chicken, pork, or vegetable, and can choose your prep, steamed, pan-fried, or deep-fried for your dumplings. Then you pick your chutney. Tomato cilantro, roasted soybean and sesame, or mint cilantro. Momo Cha will also have snacks, some sort of French fried chaat, dal bhat, and finally there's sikawa. It'll be in the form of 2 skewers served with veggies and crunchy rice. I, for one, am always on board with meat on a stick.
Yeah, it reminds me, don't have a lot of experience with Nepalese food, but years ago, I mean, I'm talking close to 15 now, I think, there was a Nepalese restaurant in downtown Royal Oak owned by a guy who went by Rocky. He started, his first one was in downtown Farmington, actually, or near downtown Farmington. Anyway, the food was really good. It was kind of a unique place. You sat at these really low tables on like cushions, so you're essentially sitting on a floor, like kind of unconventional dining style, I guess, but really good food. It was similar to Indian, I guess I would say, but the sauces were not quite as like spicy rich. They were a little bit more like clean in flavors and stuff. And you mentioned like the ginger, cilantro, garlic. Those were kind of, very common ingredients. Really tasty though.
I got to say, that was the first place I ever tried yak.
Oh yeah. How was that?
It was fine. I mean, so many of these meats that seem exotic and whatever, I mean, not that it tastes like chicken, but there is something to be said that it all tastes like chicken.
Was it sort of gamey, like goat almost?
Yeah, yeah. But it was good. It was good for sure.
Mm-hmm. We've talked a lot on this podcast about the bevy of new Detroit-style pizza places set to come to the city. Well, the first one has now opened. Shields today opened its newest location in the Maccabees building in Midtown, right across the street from the DIA and right on Woodward Avenue. The new location features lots of historic memorabilia as decor, a full bar, and pastas, ribs, and sandwiches joining pizza on the menu. We've got photos and more information up on dailydetroit.com.
Before we let you go, a bit of history. On this day, April 8th, in 1956, the last of Detroit's once extensive network of streetcars paraded into sunset, with some headed to years of service in Mexico City. Metro Detroit would never be the same after that.
Indeed not. With that, I'm Sven Gustafson. Thanks so much for listening.
And I'm Jer Stays. Take care of each other, and we'll see you around Detroit.
You're listening to the Podcast Detroit Network. Visit www.podcastdetroit.com for more information.